I think that history is incredibly important. Civics is incredibly important. Teaching children that this is the most exceptional nation in the world is incredibly important. But political commentary is not something we need to be teaching children. Critical race theory is un-American. It fundamentally puts groups of people above the sanctity of the individual, which is a founding principle of this nation. It's appropriate that we would not teach critical race theory in this state. The department has just released guidelines open for public comment. That'll be important to hear. We need to know what the public thinks about those guidelines, but we need to be very clear. Our legislature, the people spoke, and we will not be teaching critical race theory in Tennessee.
Well, it's unclear when kids under 12 years old will be able to get the vaccine, but as we learn more about the Delta variant, its impact on kids and schools heading back to in-person learning, some parents are wondering, is this the best option?
This is a serious matter. COVID, within the last year, entered the top 10 causes of death in children in the United States.
Dr. William Schaffner, an infectious disease expert at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, says this startling statistic is of concern as many schools prepare for students to return in person. A Wilson County parent emailed Fox 17 asking if students under 12 years old can't get the vaccine, why should they have to go to school in person? She also added she's extra worried since masks and vaccines are optional. I reached out to the district to ask about this.
When it came to an all virtual setting last year for those children, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to teach and learn.
The district says the bottom line is a quality education.
When it comes to our 6 through 12 students, you know, there's some more independence with them. They're able to do some things in the virtual world that the K through 5 can be quite difficult.
Pediatric infectious disease expert Dr. Lee Howard says going back to school in person can be done safely.
I think that, getting kids back into school to learn, to be around their friends, to be around their teachers is so important.
But that requires folks to mask up and social distance when possible.
One of the most important things I think that we can do as a group is to try to make sure that as many people around those children who can be vaccinated are vaccinated.
Wilson County says for now, masks and vaccines are optional.
We're going to do all that we can to make sure that our students, our teachers, and staff are in a safe environment.
The district says it'll take temperature checks at the school doors daily and will keep kids 3 feet apart when possible. A year ago, we introduced you to a man who had a COVID story unlike anything that we had heard. A year later, and that story's not over yet. The Windrow Church of Christ is a central part of Marty Neal's life. He preaches here and at other churches, but something major put a stop to that for a while.
I'd actually died. I was gone for 16 minutes.
That was Neal last July. Neal was in St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital for 36 days, fighting for his life on a ventilator. And even though it's been a year since his hospital stay, he still feels the after effects of the virus. He says he still struggles to breathe.
I was out working this morning in the yard, and I was having to stop about every 45 minutes just to catch my breath, and I wasn't really exerting myself.
He said he wasn't a fan of the masks a year ago. Today, he said he recommends to anyone, do whatever you can to avoid catching COVID-19.
But going through what I went through, if there's something I can do to prevent or to help, I'll do it.
While Neal was hospitalized, they say they missed anniversaries and holidays, something Marty's wife Lisa mentioned when we last spoke.
36 days is a long time. We missed our 41st anniversary, we missed the 4th of July, and we missed Father's Day as a family.
But they made up for it this year, marking the anniversary of Neal's second chance at life with a trip to Gatlinburg. They even had matching shirts, his saying Big Daddy, his name, to his grandkids.
Well, since we didn't get to go in 2020, my daughter had a Band-Aid put over the 2020 and 2021 put down at the bottom. It's a cute shirt.
Neal says the doctors and nurses that helped save his life are like family now, and he's convinced the prayers from people all over the world who followed his journey on his Big Daddy Facebook page helped keep him here.
God does change his mind at times, and I think he was ready for me, but I think he changed his mind because of the prayers that went up, and that's why I'm here today.
Those diary pages and those Facebook posts became central to Neal's healing journey. If you want to read those, we have a link at fox17.com.